Here on OverSteer Weekly, we are big fans of expensive, rear-wheel drive, loud, sporty cars. Today though, the car I'm driving is not rear-wheel drive, and it isn't that expensive. However, it still is very sporty and very loud.
What this is the Mazdaspeed 3. Mazda's answer into the hatchback world. All Mazdas that claim the name of Mazdaspeed come with a 2.3-liter turbocharged direct injected engine. Stock, this car produces 261 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot of power for a small car, period, especially for a car that's front-wheel drive. You really gotta love that. The stock exhaust sounds very deep, very throaty. For a stock car, it really is, I personally feel, one of the better exhausts for a car that is of this class. The Speed 3 suspension isn't that bad either. It's definitely stiff, that's for sure. You're able to feel every bump on the road. But still, it compromises pretty well with the bumps and isn't that bad. And every time you go to the corner, like this, it corners pretty quickly and pretty flat. And with that limited slip differential, putting all the power onto the outside wheels, distributing the power so you don't light up the inside tire, it pulls hard outside coming out of the corners as well. So let me just give you a little demonstration of what 260 horsepower looks like in a front-wheel drive car. Once you're done hooliganing around and racing all over the place, it actually does settle down very well. It's, like I said before, it does have a hard ride, but you know, it is actually decently comfortable. And if you're driving on the highway, not like a grandma, but you know, conservatively, you're able to get around 30 miles to the gallon, which for a car with this much power, I'd say that's pretty damn good.
Once you've finished horsing around and step back to take a good look at it, you do realize it's a pretty attractive car. With bigger wheels, a larger spoiler, a more aggressive body kit, and bulging hood, it really does have an aggressive look. The interior isn't so bad either. The gauges are laid out in a racing style. The red stitching goes very well with the red lighting. The pedals are aluminum and are perfectly laid out for heel and toe shifting. And the seats are very snug and help hold you in while going around the corners. And being that this is a hatchback, there is also a good amount of space in the trunk. And when the back seats are folded down, the trunk space is basically doubled.
Being the majority of people who do drive the Speed 3 are men, there is a lot of room for manly things. For instance, things such as subwoofers, a place to sleep when your girlfriend kicks you out of the house, chainsaws. There's surprisingly a decent amount of room in the back as well. I'm 5'10", and I'm sitting behind my driving position, and I've still got a few inches of legroom to play with. These seats are also very comfortable, along with having decent side bolstering. So when you're going around the bends with your friends in the car, they're not flying all over the place, which is good for them at least. are some things about this car that a lot of people would not like. For instance, the clutch. It's a stage 2 racing clutch, which is good if you're a racing driver or if you track a lot. If you're a normal person, it may get a little tricky. The clutch is very, very tight, which means that it has a low friction point to where it's completely out. Which means that if you let other people drive, aka your friends, they're going to stall quite a few times before they actually get the hang of it. The good thing is that once you're able to master this clutch, you're able to master any clutch you come across, because everything, I'm sure, is going to be easier. Another thing that I personally don't like about this car is the torque restraint system. Mazda put this in so it would reduce the amount of torque steer you get, and also reduce the amount of wheel slip you get in the first 3 gears. The thing is though, a person like me, who wants a high performance car, I want to be able to have all the power I can in every single gear, especially while I'm at the drag strip. People are always complaining how torque steer is a big deal and how it can be such a nuisance, but honestly though, I personally feel that the best way to cure torque steer is just by hanging onto the steering wheel. It's not that hard. However, the best part about this car is that it makes you feel cool. End of story. Hey guys, I hope you like OverSteer Weekly's video review of the Mazdaspeed 3. If you have any other questions, or if you want to find out any other information on the Mazdaspeed 3 or on OverSteer Weekly, you can visit our Facebook page and we'll do the best we can to answer your questions. The website's in the process of being built right now, so we'll keep you updated on when that's coming up. Thanks guys, appreciate it.